What epidural anesthesia means is we are going to administer medication into what's called the epidural space. The epidural space is a potential space, which means that it exists between two separable, uh, two physiological anatomical planes that are abutted naturally but can be separated. This space is above epi, the dura. The dura is the sheath that contains the spinal column. Epidural anesthesia then means to place a catheter into that epidural space, very closely approximated to the spinal column, which gives the local anesthetic access to the nerve roots as they emerge from the dura, and that then allows the local anesthetic to have the pain reducing effect that you are familiar with if you've ever been to the dentist. Most days I work on the OB floor, and I'm giving epidurals for labor and delivery. So we do that because it is a means to greatly reduce, and this is what I say when I'm speaking to women about it before I place the epidural. The epidural can greatly reduce the pain with labor and contractions, but it is not perfect. It doesn't make it so that you're completely numb. It does not make it so that you don't feel like you're pregnant. It doesn't make you feel like you can't feel the baby. And a lot of this is intentional, right? Because you have to push the baby out, right? Nothing makes childbirth automatic. So I say these things to manage their expectations. Sometimes people will say, "Oh yeah, you're not going to feel anything," and that doesn't do that. To me, that does a disservice to the patient, right? To me, that is the practitioner taking a shortcut to benefit themselves by getting the patient to shut the fuck up and don't ask me any more questions. It's not a realistic expectation. Anyways, it works because we have different sizes of nerves, and your nerves are differentially insulated with myelin, with a non-conducting substance. Luckily for us, our pain, temperature, and proprioception, those nerves are the easiest, they're the most susceptible to local anesthetic block. The nerve fibers that conduct sensation, non-painful sensation. I can feel this cup in my hand. I can feel this remote control in my fingers. And the nerves that allow us, that transmit your signals to your skeletal muscle so you can push. Luckily, those are much more robust. You have to give local anesthetic at a much higher concentration so that I can achieve what we call a differential block. So if I place an epidural catheter and I start to give you local anesthetic at either an increasing concentration over time or an increasing rate over time, the first to go is going to be your pain, proprioception, and temperature fibers, which is great because then we can greatly reduce the pain of labor without greatly affecting a woman's ability to feel when she has a contraction, feel the changes that allow us to know and her to know when it's time to push the baby out, and she can preserve her ability to push. Yeah, so that's how it works. I think that's all I got.